Yes. What is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk podcast. And of course, always my dude. What up, Cricket?
What's going on, sir? How you doing, man? I'm all right.
Good, brother. Yeah, you know how it is. I'm going to let you have your piece, man, because I know you want to get something off your chest. You know what I'm saying? This past weekend. But, folks, welcome to another edition of the Unscripted Sportscast with Cricket and E-Man, my friends. It was close, Cricket. I mean, one more game, one more year. Your Vols almost had. Look, they even had Morgan Wallen gave him a shout out on Saturday Night Live. Right? He was like, "Praise the Lord and go Vols, baby." You know what I'm saying? You know, Morgan Wallen, Tennessee boy, Tennessee whiskey. You know what I'm saying, baby?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Stars were lining up, man.
They were lining up, man. I told you, we ran into a good team, man. Houston played great yesterday. I said this a couple months ago. We lost one of those games to Kentucky on the morning show. I said, this team, this is a great team. Got a lot of great players on it. But this team is going to run into a game in the tournament. It's real tough to put together 6 straight shooting nights where you're just on. You know, I knew we were going to have one of those games where we were off like that. We started 0 for 14 from 3. I mean, that's a tough hole to come out of. They were shooting well. And it just kind of is what it is, man. I love all those guys. I love this team, man. It's been a lot of fun to ride on this team. A lot of these guys have been here for some years. Chaz Lanier came in, as part of the piecing it together and all that stuff. But most of these guys like Ziegler and Meshack and Gainey and Milicic and a lot of those guys, man, have been there for a while. And it's been a fun little ride with those dudes, man. You know, we appreciate. We have a saying at Tennessee. It's we give our all for Tennessee today. And I feel like every one of those guys have done that, man. And I feel like they did it yesterday. I was glad to see them not kind of lay down. I really thought at halftime it would have been easy to just kind of lay down and shit and all those things, But they did not do that, man. They fought to the end, and we just got beat by a better team. A team that could go on to win the national championship, could not. But either way, they were the better team on that day, man. Hats off to Houston. I really like Kelvin Sampson. I'm a big Emmanuel Sharp fan. I like that guy a lot. I think he's a hell of a player. But I think Houston's got a lot of really good players, and LJ Cryer and other guys there surrounding them. But they got a lot of good players, but they don't have one guy that sticks out. And I think that says a lot about Kelvin Sampson, man. I was watching an interview with him, and he was talking about we don't recruit these ego guys and all of this thing and stuff. It's like we want you to be about our culture, about what we're trying to do here and everything. I've just always liked that guy. Going back to his days at Oklahoma, the NCAA has a problem, but I've always liked that guy, man. And I'm kind of now that they have knocked us out, I am pulling for them to go on and finish the drill. I would like to see him get one. But it was a great season for my Vols, man. I love Rick Barnes. I love all those guys and what they've done for the program. The program's definitely better off now than it was when they came in. So nothing to hang your heads about. We got beat by a better team on a better day, and that's sports, man. Only one team's going to hoist the trophy at the end of the year and cut the nets down. So it was a great season for those guys, and not much more you can say beyond that. But good luck to Houston the rest of the way. Congrats on a big win, man.
Back-to-back Elite Eights, man. That program, I think the Vols basketball program is going to stick around. The way you guys recruit, I think you're in that mentality of you're getting a lot of enough good players that going to get you consistency instead of, like you said, I think it's the same model of Houston. Instead of getting one big superstar, guys like Dalton Connect last year, working hard and going to make the name for themselves. So hey, listen, man, it's better than most programs.
Rick Barnes, he's one of those older guys, but he's really utilized the transfer portal. He's not been one of those older guys that's kind of against it. He's utilized it to his benefit and found 2 gems in a row between Dalton Connect and Chaz Lanier in the transfer portal there. And he's also he's recruiting at a really high level still, man. I mean, there's some 4-star guys coming in that are really going to be key pieces next year as freshmen. And, Tennessee basketball shouldn't be going anywhere, man.
Nope, I don't think so. Absolutely, man. So, hey, keep your head up, brother. All right, they did better than St. John's. However,
it's been a fun ride, man. Fun ride. Like I said, only one team can cut them down, man. If you can tell me, if you make it to the Elite Eight every year, there ain't nothing to hang your head about there. Yeah, nothing to hang your head about.
Absolutely. Talking about nothing here, hang on. I know Houston beat your team first time in the Final Four since 1984. I believe that was the Hakeem Olajuwon and I forgot the other center's name.
Drexler?
Not Clyde. It wasn't. Yeah, I think. Yeah, you're right. I think it was a 5 slammer jammer. You had Clyde Drexler and Sam. What was the name of the center? Samson.
No, he played at Virginia.
Yeah, I forget the name. The other center that was really good.
No, yeah, they had Olajuwon.
Olajuwon, and there was another center who
was there, and then they had a couple other guys. They had Benny.
I forget, but it'll come up to me. I'll look for it. But that's the first time they made the Final Four.
Great 30 for 30. If y'all ain't seen it, man.
That's right. Great 30 for 30. Now, my question for you, man, is it Duke against the field?
I don't think so, man. And what up, B-Mac? I see you over there. He still got his orange on too, baby. What up,
B-Mac?
man? Good to see you, bro. I don't think it is, man. I really don't. I think any one of these teams can cut the damn nets down on any given night. There's nobody that I think. I know Duke's a 5.5 point favorite, but I don't know that anybody should be more than a damn picket in these games, man. Because I think they're all legit. It's all going to determine no matter who shows up that night ready to go. Houston's defense makes them elite. But Duke showed the other night against Alabama, their defense was, that was incredible. You hold that team the way you did, have the game plan, be able to execute the way they did against Alabama. That was great by Duke, man. I'm telling you that. But then you look at Auburn and Florida on the other side. Both of those teams can put it on you on any given day, man. It's a great Final Four. We couldn't ask. It's only
all number ones,
only second time. So, but it's like. Man, just think if we got this every year, we get robbed the years we don't get this.
Hell yeah. Think about this. You got the best teams playing against each other, right?
Yeah, that's what you want in every sport.
To me, I think Duke has looked the more dominant, right, in this whole tournament. And you're right, that Alabama game, I know they've been dominant pretty much in their matchup, but the way they're what scares me about Duke, right, and where I probably give them the edge over the other four teams, they're big, they're long, they're athletic, they're fast, they close out well. The way they were just manhandling Alabama, they could not make a run. When they got it down to 7 or 8, all of a sudden these guys, whether it was Cooper Flagg, we all know about Cooper Flagg, number 1 pick, right? This guy is like the first freshman since Grant Hill in Duke history to average more than 15 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, that kind of shit. He's averaging like 19 and change in the playoffs. But when you look at Malawa, another big body and athletic. Knipple, we spoke about Knipple. The man has the heart of a thief, bro. He doesn't care. He goes down and bang. Proctor, James, there's so much like a combination of tough players, man. It's like a well-oiled machine, and I've seen them closed off, man, on a lot of athletic players, and it's just impressive, man. Impressive, apart from the offense.
Yeah, it really is, man. I like Knipple a lot. That's my favorite player on that damn team. If Cooper Flagg went back, he's gonna hang around another year.
Oh,
I hope
he
does anyway.
He should.
I hope he hangs around another year because that's his team next year, man. And that dude would be the best player on a lot of teams in the country. And I love the way he plays the game, man. He's a hustler. He gets up there, he'll play defense, man. He'll get on the floor forward. He can shoot the 3. He can drive to the rack. He's willing to dish and look for his open teammates. Man, that guy's a basketball player. All there is to it. And I like him a lot. And I think he's probably the X factor in this whole thing, man. He's probably what separates Duke slightly above the rest because he's another guy that can really take a game over. And when you have Cooper Flagg, like as good as that guy is, it's clear he's the best player in the tournament. That's why he's going to be the number 1 overall pick and all that stuff. But when you got that guy and you got guys like Proctor and, the other cats around him on Duke, and then you've got Knipple too, man. I'm just saying that team, it's hard to see. I guess when you ask me if it's Duke against the field, I can't say it's that because I know all these teams are good, but I do put Duke slightly above the rest. And the X factor for me is Knipple, man.
Yep. Look, Florida, they got a dog too. You'll just light them up all day.
Walter Clayton Jr. is a straight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I mean. Each team has a guy that can take over. Houston, look, they beat a really good Tennessee team, right? Yep. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while. Like I said, second time ever has ever happened. All number 1 seeds. I forget the last time this happened. It was
2008, I believe.
Yes,
2007 or 2008, one of the two.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool, seeing this. I know everybody likes the Cinderella story, but when the Cinderella stories makes it too far, like the ratings are really low. I think everybody's tuning in.
What I'm saying. Everybody always wants these damn upsets in the first and second round, and those are fun. Yeah, we all love that. But it usually sets up for some shit matchups later in the tournament. We usually see a lot of blowout. Granted, I say that we had 1s and 2s, and we saw some blowouts too. So it is what it is. But I like seeing the matchups. We just didn't have a couple of the teams. It's pretty clear they were the number 1 seeds in the bracket for a reason, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely Cooper Flagg is going first. And you know what's crazy, bro? This kid is a true, like high school senior because he actually moved up a year. That's why he's only 18. You know what I'm saying? He started. So if this guy gets drafted, if he goes to the NBA, which most likely he will.
This guy's supposed to be a senior in high school?
Yeah, dude. So he actually moved up a year. He's only 18. He just turned 18 during the season. So he was 17 when the season started, right?
Did you know him and that crazy freak freshman from Maryland, Derek Queen, were on the same high school basketball team?
Yes, that's right.
That didn't even fair, man.
They
said the announcer, they're talking about on one of the games, and the announcer looks, but he's like, well, how'd the record? How'd they go? His buddy's like, "How do you think it went?
Yeah,
they lose a game. I bet everybody kept it within 20, bro.
They were winning. They were beating everybody out of the gym, and like they won the championship. They won the state championship. I mean, like really easy.
That team could beat some college basketball teams.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, that's you might be right.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. So so if he gets drafted, he's gonna be like a true, technically a true freshman. A true straight out of high school age, because he'll be 18 when he gets drafted this summer.
That's unreal.
Yeah, man. No, man. Shout out to I'm looking forward to, man. I think in most of the brackets I have Florida, including in yours. The game on 1-2 of the sports picks, and I think one I picked Duke.
I got my championship left in my one bracket I used for all. I had Florida playing Houston. In my original bracket, I had Houston winning it, but I had Michigan State beating Auburn, and I had Alabama beating Duke.
No, I got Florida and Duke on all my brackets, and one is Duke winning, and the other three Florida.
All right.
Yeah,
man.
so they're still alive, man. They're still alive. Let's see if we get something here.
I think I might wind up backdoor stealing this thing if Houston fools around and wins it, because a lot of people we got the pot, but I didn't see many people near the top picking Houston to win. I think steal some points, man.
Everybody went chalk, dude. Everybody either picked Florida or Duke. I think that was just pretty from the beginning. Everybody went pretty chalk.
That's part of the reason I went Houston. I knew everybody was going to be picking. I was like, I'm not picking one of those. I was like, I'm gonna screw something up earlier in the bracket. I'm gonna need to make up these points.
This might be the first year where like 10 teams in a tournament has the same championship team. You know what I'm saying, dude? So it's or the same Final Four. I gotta take a look after the show. Let me see where we're at. I haven't checked that at all since like the Sweet 16. You know what I mean?
I looked at it the other day, man, but I know what I need out of it. I don't need to check it no more till it's over. I know what I need to happen.
I haven't done that, man. So cricket, let's talk about it was a little bit of so far, we have the team meetings going on, the summer manager meetings and shit like that. And there've been some talk about this whole some teams coming together and proposal to ban the Tush Push, and led by the Packers. And I actually have some audio. Hopefully it's clean enough. It's from the GM of the Packers, Brian Gutekunst. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody here, but I don't know if I pronounced it that right.
Call him cunts, whatever.
Gut and cut. Yeah, man. Listen, English is not my first language, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like
use that. Fall back on that. Hell,
there we go. I'm gonna milk that one for once. Here's what you have to say right after the meetings, and then we'll discuss here real quick. And I want to take your take on it. What do you think about this whole movement now that has become supposedly is getting some wings?
Yeah, it really was a huge part of drafting the proposal or anything like that, but I'm very much in support of it. I think, certainly the medical professionals at the league have high concerns about putting players in positions that could catastrophic injuries. I think this is something that needs to be discussed and we need to be proactive rather than reactive.
Is the Tucker draft play, would that fall into the same category or is that somehow?
Yeah, it's really any play where a player is getting pushed from behind the initial
that play was successful.
Yeah, I think again, if you go with our players, it's not about success, it's about healthy safety.
So the audio wasn't great, whoever posted that right here. But I did understand that now they're going the medical route, because that's the only way you could kind of get a play ban or whatever the case may be on here.
That's the only thing I can really justify with it, and I guess I could see where they're coming from a little bit. And also, I'm just kind of like, play football, man.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, so LaFleur is one of them. The Rams, Sean McVay is in the competition committee along with McDermott. They want all this. They want this shit banned. And of course, who doesn't want to ban is the Philadelphia Eagles, right? There's a couple other teams also. And one of the things that they said, and I'm going to read this from ESPN, is supposedly the league has presented. Let me go back here. They're saying the league has presented the injury risk of the Tush Push based on data modeling. Okay, not trends or not factuals. Saying defensive players are at risk while lunging head first, and offensive linemen at risk because of their bent posture, operating in a narrow window, which could lead to neck injuries. Now, executives were saying it's not backed by data; it's all subjective, which I agree. I don't know if we've seen any injuries of that offensive line from the Eagles based on the Tush Push. Have you?
I think they should let every team vote for it, man. Majority wins.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I think majority wins, and some weird deal where it wound up being like 16-16.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We had to figure out some kind of how we were going to decide that. I don't know.
And of course, my Giants, the Commanders are all over that shit because they're playing the same division.
I just think you let the teams vote about it, man. At this point in time, like I don't think it's anything. Like I said, if there's not overwhelming data that's showing it's hurting players and all that stuff. And we see you over there, B-Mac, talking about that highline stuff. And I'm glad you cracked their head, bro. Let's go. But I think unless there's overwhelming data showing that people are actually getting hurt from this, which I don't think there is. And how often does it really happen? I mean, if we're really going to narrow it down, like let's look at the amount of plays in a football season and how many of them are actually a tush push. It's not a very high percentage. So I just think that it's this shit like this gets stupid, man.
Listen, dude, I honestly think it's a little bit of a pussy way.
It feels like a bitch move.
Exactly. A pussification move here. It kind of I don't want to get political here, but it kind of reminds me of liberals like going after Elon Musk because he's working Doge. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm like, because this is like, you want to stop the tush push, draft the top defensive tackle on the fucking draft and cram it down their throat.
Bro, it's not copyrighted. You could fucking do the same move, right? And they say, oh well, they got Jalen Hurst. I was like, Josh Allen is as big as Jalen Hurst. You could develop that shit. I mean, come on, you got big quarterbacks out there.
Nobody made you draft a quarterback with paper mache legs.
Yeah. Would this work with a running back that's really big,
or a tight end,
or a fullback?
I'm just saying, just because it's a tush, but you don't have to use your quarterback. How many players playing in the NFL were former high school quarterbacks? A lot of them.
Yeah, shit. I'm shocked the Saints haven't used their tight end, the switch play who does everything. You know what I'm saying? I forget his name right now.
Taysom
Hill, right? I mean, that dude's big. You see them run and truck down his shit. He does the wildcat of the. Why haven't they done that? See, I don't get it. So this is one of those things that, because we can't do it better, let's go ahead and let's ban it. And this is a Giants fan talking. I don't give a shit about the Philadelphia Eagles. I can't stand the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? But common sense is common sense. It's when did we become, I guess, the world of pussies, right? And complainers. It's what it sounds like.
It's all it is out there, dude. And we're going to talk more about it, but like the baseball bats and stuff a little bit, but all this stuff. When you got sports at the highest level, I'll save it for the baseball talk.
Yeah, we will.
I feel like this is kind of, like I said, I feel it is kind of a bitch move. And it comes to a point where it's like, just go play football. You can cop out and blame it all on the injuries and things like that. But unless you can show me a set of people and set data, set numbers that shows me people have been injured from this and prove it with video evidence and all those things, I don't think you could do that. For one, it's too small a sample size. And for two, we ain't had that.
Absolutely.
We haven't had any more people getting hurt on that play than any other football plays. So it's not overwhelmingly causing, a heightened risk to the players. Not any more than any other football, not any more than playing football in general.
Yep. So the proposal, I'm reading here a little more. So this is a proposal. In order for the proposal to pass by league rules, they have to have a 24 to pass. So you need at least 24 votes for the proposal to pass before.
So they have to have 24 to ban it.
That's right.
They'll never get that.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's I think there's gonna be a few teams out there.
The
Eagles are not voting for it, so shit.
They'll never get 3/4. Never.
No, I don't think so. So that's where we're at with that shit. And jumping from another pussification and bitch move that based on the toothbrush. Let's talk about, and I'm a Yankee fan, bro. Shout out to my Yankees who fucking absolutely destroyed it this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It was a great weekend. It's I know it's early on, man, but we're winning the World Series. And not really, man. We really have weak pitching, but the story of the weekend was, they were using these new bats, right? And of course, which the bats are not new. We'll get more into more details. And of course, Portnoy, who's a big Red Sox fan, had to get out there and kind of like, do his put his 2 cents in it by saying that this was rigged and it's illegal. So here's what he has to say.
All right, real quick update here. I got to talk about these torpedo bats that have taken Major League Baseball by storm. This, of course, the Yankees hired an MIT physicist to basically take wood from the other part of the bats, like the handle, the label, and put it in the sweet spot, making the sweet spot bigger. They did this because Anthony Volpe sucks, and he kept getting jammed and sawed off. Like, how do we make him not suck? Let's just make this bat called a torpedo bat, where basically you swing and you make contact on the handle, get sawed off, it's a home run. So the Yankees have hit, like, I think 13 home runs. Jazz Chisholm or whatever that guy he's using, he's got like 13 home runs. Aaron Judge is hitting home runs. He's saying he's not using the torpedo bat. He is. Take a look. I mean, all the teams are going to use it. Should it be legal? No. Is it cheating? Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, this is coming from a guy who won the Triple Crown in high school, just mashed everywhere it went.
Full of shit, dude.
Joya to the belt, the 1-2 pitch. Hit high in the air, deep to right field. Avallo going way back. It's out of here. A home run for David Portnoy. He got all of that one.
If you get sawed off.
Before we go on, if Dave Portnoy won the Triple Crown in high school, then I am going to become the president of the United States. All right.
Well, I don't know. Maybe in his respective league. I don't know. He might have been a player. I don't know. There's a lot of different leagues and things like that. And a lot of I ain't gonna throw no shade at nobody. You know, we don't ever know the story or why things don't work out. That's a good looking swing. If that's him, that was him. That's a good looking swing. I don't know the deal. I don't know what Triple Crown he's referring to. Maybe on his team. Maybe on his team.
Maybe in one game.
I don't know. Either way, let's finish here. What got to say.
When you hit a ball off the label, that means you're not getting your hands through quick enough, and you stink. Just taking the bat and making the thing like a cork bat with this hump.
Not a cork bat.
Hump. So all you got to do is make contact, and it's a home run, which the Yankees are doing right now. That defeats the whole, that's just making somebody who stinks better. If you get jammed and it's a home run, that doesn't mean you suddenly got better. That's just some geek from MIT, some physicist ruining 100 years of baseball or 200 years of baseball. So listen, if MLB wants to sit on their ass and not outlaw this torpedo bat, then all the teams are going to do it, and every game is going to be 100 to 98, and it's going to be 3,000 home runs. Like if you get sawed off like Anthony Volpe, they studied Anthony Volpe and they found out he gets jammed on every single pitch, that means you stink. You shouldn't alter the bats to make it better. Chisholm, same thing. He's hitting home runs left and right. So again, I'm fine with it. Yankees have a long history cheating and being scumbags, and this is just the latest. But again, I think I saw someone in the Twins or another team using it. But you got to get rid of the torpedo bat. It's unfair to the pitchers. It's stupid for the game. If you get sawed off, you hit the ball in the label. Again, that means you stink. You don't take wood from the handle and put corked wood and make this torpedo thing. So all I got to do is I should be in the major leagues with this thing. Unbiased rant.
Unbiased rant. That's how you know he's
pretty biased.
It's pretty freaking biased.
Here's my thing, man.
Give me your take, brother.
Okay. We've got a sport, one of the oldest sports in our country, playing at the highest level. Why is there any gray area on the rules at all? There should be one bat. There should be one bat made, and there should be 1,000 or 3,000 or 10,000 or however many of them made, and you distribute the same amount to every team when they go into spring training. If you got to make more because of broken bats or whatever, that's fine. But there should be one template that these bats are made out of, and everybody's got to use the same thing. There is no gray area. You can't take wood from wherever and do all this stuff. Or if everybody's using them, then everybody's using them. You have to use them. You either got to learn how to use them, whether you like them or not. But whatever it is, it's got to be one bat, one style. That's it. There should be no gray area for this. And if you want to go really and get technical with it, look at all these parks that are different sizes and different things. You have certain parks harder to hit home runs in, some parks shorter that balls fly out and all these things. That's technically stupid too. We don't have football fields that are 93 yards in some places because teams are slower. We don't have basketball courts that are 83 feet in length because teams are less athletic. We don't do that in other sports. This is the only sport where we have the fields at different sizes depending on where you go play. I know the metrics on the field are still the same, but where the fence is set up is a big deal. That's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? That's why some parks don't have as many home runs hit in them. That's why you have an overwhelming home field advantage. If you're playing a sport at the highest level, it should be the most level competitive playing field as possible. That's how you're going to get the best product from the sport. So all this shit, this rigmarole, are they cheating? Are they not? I think all that's stupid because Major League Baseball should have never left this door open for this to happen, man. It should have immediately, as soon as something like that happened, that's illegal. You're not using what we said you had to use.
Put it this way, man. But that's what, McCormick had a good point. That's what makes baseball fun and unpredictable is the size of the stadiums. You know, that's why it's called the home field advantage. That's when you go to the.
I'm just saying, if we want to do all this stuff at 11, I'm not saying we can't go change all that. We can't go rebuild these stadiums. All these stadiums have been around 100. We can't. I'm just saying, if you want to get technical on the whole thing, the least we can do is make one bat that everybody has to use, so there is nobody that can bitch or nobody that can do this and say, well, this is unfair for one team. This is unfair for the pitchers. No, this is the same thing for everybody. You know what you're getting into when you start spring training.
Now, this is kind of like when they decided to make the handles different, the axe handle and some bats, because some people had a better grip on it. It's kind of the same scenario. Now, they didn't change the bat from a adding more wood or everything. It's still the same piece of solid wood, same amount of inches, has the same diameter, and the thickest part does not exceed over 42 inches. You know what I mean? His take about Volpe, he's full of shit. All right, because I played ball. I played baseball, man, and I don't care. You're gonna get jammed. You're not gonna hit a home run. That's just a stupid take. All right.
Well, these guys are throwing 100 damn miles.
Exactly, man. You're gonna jam Volpe with this bat. He's still gonna. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna jam. He's not gonna hit a home run.
It's jammed. I mean,
it's stupid. That's the part that pisses me off.
I'll be honest. Like I said, I haven't seen any of the games played with the bats or anything like that. My whole thing is like, why is this even a thing?
Because the Yankees did it, right? And then when
the
the Cubs did it, nobody said shit. When the Minnesota Twins tried it, nobody said shit. You know why? Because he couldn't hit with it.
I'm also old school.
Bottom line, you guys still got to hit the ball.
I'm also old school. I know you're a Yankees fan and everything. I'm also kind of like, just beat me. I don't know why we got to do all these things and hire these physicists and do. I mean, I guess if you can do it, but technically you leave yourself open for shit like this. And when you win the World Series, people are going to say you cheated, and you got to do that. I'm like, I'd just much rather go and play with what everybody else is playing with and beat them that way. That's just the way I've always been. Man,
look, Aaron Judge didn't use a bat and he hit 4 home runs this weekend. So he didn't use.
That's why that guy's a freak anyway. I mean, that doesn't matter. He can swing with a broom handle.
So this fucking, and I actually tweeted at him and I said, "Do me a favor, bro. Why don't you suggest to the Boston Red Sox to suggest for Rafael Devers to use that, because that dude has had a record-breaking start to the season. 0 for 16, 12 strikeouts. All right,
he's not more than 12. He had 12 going in today because I bet him to hit a home run. And last time I checked, he was 0 for 2 with 2 Ks.
Oh my gosh! So today he has to.
He was going
into 14. He keeps adding to the record.
He had 2 Ks in about the 4th inning. He, like I said, his first 2 at bats were 0 for 2 his first 3 at bats. He walked once and he had 2 Ks. He was 0 for 2 with 2 Ks and a walk. Because I bet him to get a home run. I was like, hell, he's got to find one in a minute. He's swinging hard, obviously. He connects
man.
A mile.
It's like we go, as a Yankee fan, and I'm always gonna, root for my Yankees, especially against somebody from fucking Boston, this clam chowder.
Right. Y'all got a different feel for each other. Anyway.
Okay, go. This is the other thing that pissed me off about this guy. Who the fuck is this guy, freaking doing pizza reviews when Boston doesn't even know for freaking pizzas, bro? I'm gonna take this guy's word to go eat a good fucking pizza. Get the hell out of here. I don't know. I'm digressing. Anyway, I was gonna say, going back to the Yankees, it's funny. We have that's why he's probably pissed off. Yankees have such a great 3-day span, and then Boston completely shit the bed this weekend, right? And their players are not hitting and all that kind of crap. So he's coming in with that. He also does it for a lot of trolling. I mean, even Chaz Chisholm, went ahead and put the stats of the bat is not illegal, blah 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 blah, and kind of like went ahead and tagged him on it. And of course, he went back at Chaz Chisholm. So it's gonna be, it's baseball, bro. It's a long season, and this is gonna happen more and more. Yankees and Red Sox is just always a nice rivalry that we all hate them. So
Devers was 0 for 3 with 2 walks and 3
already this afternoon.
Yeah, they played this. Their games are. They lost 8-5 to the Orioles. But yeah, he was 0 for 3 with 3 Ks.
So he has 15
Ks
right now
15
after the season.
In 5 games.
This dude hasn't hit a hit. Hasn't gotten a hit yet.
He has an average of .000. He has an on base percentage of .17.
Wait, I think he got a walk. I think
he got 2 walks. 2 walks today.
He got 3 walks today. So
no, he got 2 walks today, maybe 3 for the season.
Yeah, this is either if he had 2, this is actually yes. He had 2 walks before that. He has 4. This is the only time this guy's ever touched base. I'm not touching that dude with a 10-foot pole on any freaking stats, man. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
you got it at some point. I'm like,
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The plus money's gonna start coming in. It's gonna be a point where you might want to put it for a hit. Maybe not a home run.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm looking right here. I don't know what he's done in the other games. If they had him playing third base, or they've had Bregman at third base, or what. But I'm thinking maybe it's in his head, man. Put him back out there at third base, slide Bregman around, find somewhere to put him. But maybe he wants to be. Maybe he needs to be in the field to stay focused. Maybe while he's sitting over there, maybe he's over there dicking off or something. Or maybe just spacing out. I don't know. Maybe he's not where he needs to be. Maybe literally going out on the field and being able to play the field keeps him focused up. So I don't know. Something's going on with that guy.
Baseball is a lot like golf, dude. you get the yips, man. You know what I mean? And it gets into your head, and it's hard to get out.
And it's like, I mean, obviously you got plenty of time to come out of this thing, but
starting bad is not good because it's always harder to climb off the hole, out of the hole than it is to get into one.
I'm like, you ain't got to work hard to get up out of it, bro. Shit, that's a deep hole.
Yeah, man. Hey, my boy B. McCormick, man, is on fire. I love B. McCormick, bro, because he's not.
He brings the energy, bro.
He brings the energy. Baseball players dip tobacco on there. Should be no banning of that either. Stupid, gay, retarded. We have my best Cartman voice of 1492. Columbus got us all day off school.
Yeah, got us day off school.
School, yeah. Hey, Kenny, give him a pot pie. That was a great show.
That's right, man. That's right.
Oh, man. Yeah, I told you it's going to be a short show today, man. You know what I mean? Brought the heat. Again, give me your quick picks, right? Who wins between Houston and Duke?
Man.
Spread is 5.5. You said, right?
Yeah, I took I like Duke over Houston, man. I took Houston to win the whole thing originally, but I like Duke. I like the over in that game.
Okay. I like the over too. I definitely was going to do the over. I might even just focus also on team overs.
I will. Y'all can keep a look. I don't know for sure what I'm going to take. So I'll have my picks out on the day of the game and all that stuff. So that's when I'll know exactly what I'm going to take. But right now I'm leaning over in Duke Houston. I would lean Duke. I would even lay the 5.5. That Duke team, like I said, man, they are just a step above everybody else. I think a team that would really give them trouble would be a team like Florida. I don't think Auburn's healthy. I don't think Janai Broom's healthy. I think everybody else on Auburn's fine, but I don't think Janai Broom's healthy, and that's a big deal too. That shoulder, you see, he's a left-handed guy, but that right shoulder was hanging late in that game last night, man. I don't know what's really going on with him there, but he does look like he's got something going on. So how healthy is he? How much of an impact can he be? Can he be the player he normally is? I don't know. And playing against a team like Florida, who's got big bodies down low, Condon and Chilewu, however you say, that's a big old boy.
Yeah, I like Florida resembles Duke a lot from a makeup of a team, right? Athletic guys, you got some shooters, you got scorers, you got big dudes that can defend and close out. So that's why that's where my heart lies. Both guys, I've been like that since the beginning of the tournament.
Yeah. Of the four teams or the three teams besides Duke, Florida does match up with them best. With the depth too. I don't think anybody's got the depth that Florida's got really all the way down the bench there. So. I like Florida to get Auburn in that one. So, I mean, we're going to go chalky here, but the rest of the tournament's been chalk. So, we got no reason to believe it's not going to continue to do that. So, yeah, I like Florida in that first one. I like the over. I like the over in both games, and I like the favorites, man.
Yep. No, me too. I like the favorites as well. Hey, man, you know what? It's I think both games are not. I think all four games are going to be close. Both games are going to be close. I don't think we're going to see a blowout here. And this time around, I don't think we're going to see.
I think what you'll wind up seeing is them getting. I think there will be close, competitive games, and it's surprised me see either of these be blowouts. But I think you'll wind up seeing at the end of the game the spreads getting covered due to free throws.
Yep. That's right. Because both Duke takes it through the whole lot, and they get a lot of calls. You know what I'm saying? Their guards. Cooper Flagg is one of those guys that he doesn't stay outside. He's a guy that's gonna. If you got to put him on a smaller player, if they're gonna put a smaller player on him because he's quicker to guard him on top, he's gonna punish him down low. And if you put a bigger guy on him, he's gonna take him off the dribble. So he's gonna get fouled a lot. And he's gonna get fouled a lot. Oh man! All right, Cricket. Listen, good luck, man, in the Final Four, my friend. And then we'll play it by ear next week, man, because we got the NCAA tournament. We'll see. I'll let you know if we have a show or not.
We'll probably have to pause that one next week because it'll be national championship night, man.
Exactly. So I need to start prepping up, even though I can't drink because I give it up for Lent. I still got to wait until Easter. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Man! Shout out to the hometown Chattanooga Mocs, man. They play in the NIT semifinals tomorrow night.
That's
man.
right, baby.
Good luck to the Mocs, man. That's right, B-Mac. We're gonna be on them, man.
Yep. Hey, and with that being said. We'll see you next, maybe not next week, but the week after. Your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Talk Network, as always, my man Cricket.
Y'all be safe now.
Peace.